Yep, long overdue, but definitely worth the wait.
Explosive, West Coast, my push ways attract girls that used to turn they back, causing me to yank they arm and pose like I would.
What's going on, people? Epic 2000 come back at you with another figure review from the Monster Island Man Cave. And as you can see, does this guy really need any kind of introduction? But I'm going to give him one anyway. It's the M-1 1964 Godzilla kit, sculpted by Yuji Sakai. If you're familiar with my channel, you know you probably seen this guy pop up here and there in certain of my videos. You may see him in the background in my videos. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to give him a full-length review. I mean, I know most of my reviews are dedicated to X Plus and a couple model kits or whatever, but I mean, I make no bones about it. This is like my most prized possession in my collection right now. Is my holy grail of my collection. The top dog, the #1 spot. Nothing against X Plus, but this is the end all be all when it comes to Godzilla figures. At least for me. And I want to just give my thoughts and opinions and just showcase more of him. And just an awesome, just look at it. So awesome. And wow, 20 inches tall or 19 inches. I probably think he's like maybe 25 or 30 inches long. He's made of rubber. Wow, just the perfect representation of the Godzilla 1964 suit. By far my favorite suit, as you all well know. Mothra vs. Godzilla 1964 is my favorite Godzilla film. So me having this guy just makes everything complete to me. So yeah, so I'm gonna do things differently. I don't have the box because when I first got it, it came without the box. But this kit was released. I did some research on this kit. I wasn't able to find that much information about it, but what I did find out is the fact that this kit was originally issued in 1994. Then it was re-released as resin in 2003. And there's actually there's two versions of this figure, from what I understand. There's a figure that's made of hard vinyl, same sculpt, everything. And then there's one of rubber, which is right here. And then I believe it's, and like I said, I believe there's one of resin. But yes, this is the rubber version. And I will, you know what, I'm going to do something differently. I'm going to just showcase more of him up close and personal and just talk about it as I go along. So stay right there. We'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Up close and personal with the M-1 Godzilla 1964 kit. Wow, look at this beast. He is just awesome. Really, really awesome. Everything about this figure is perfectly done. And like I said, I got it off eBay a couple years ago, late 2013, and consider what I paid for it. I really didn't pay that much for it. I'll just say that for those who got the standard gigantic burning Godzilla last year, from Ami or from Hobbylink Japan or Hobby Search, if they did carry it. I don't think they did carry it. Anyways, if you got it from Ami for sure, considering what you paid for it, and you know, out there that paid whatever you paid for it, let's just say I paid like $30 more. So considering that amount, and just do the math on that, I really kind of can't. I gotta wait cheap, because this guy should have been a whole lot more than what it was. But as you can see, the detail is flawless, perfect. Everything about this figure is absolutely perfect. Just looks exactly like he was in the film, from his tree bark skin. Of course, his standard Godzilla tree bark skin has a more of a green, dark black texture with the highlights of green and some more earth colors in there. From the toenails, off-white or bone white color. It's kind of like goes a little bit darker when it get towards more towards the foot or whatever. Yes. The same as with the claws here. Same color as it was on the toenails, but the claws, off-white, bone white color. Hopefully it'll focus here. I think it is. So, yes. painted really, really well. And like I said, this is a Yuji Sakai sculpt. Yeah, and we all know who Yuji Sakai is. An amazing sculptor of many, many wonderful Godzilla figures or model kits. And just, he's like the Picasso when it comes to kaiju kits or Godzilla kaiju kits in general. He's like the best, or at least one of the best out there. Very, very world-renowned artist, and he sculpted this figure. He sculpted this kit. And look at the face. The detail on the face is great. I'm going to try and get that glare out in the background here. Maybe I can move him over just a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, look at the face. Face is sculpted perfectly. And this kit was actually more closed mouth, but I kind of like opening it up. Kind of like my Godzilla figures to look like he's roaring, or he's about to use his atomic breath on a monster or whatever. So I kind of like open his up just a little bit. There's not really any articulation in this figure. I mean, you can move it around just a little bit here and there, but it's not really meant to move in another position than it is right now. So you can move it just a little bit, but it's not really meant to move all that much. So, the mouth, let's get to the mouth right here if you can focus real well. Yes, look at that. Teeth sculpted really, really well. The guy who painted this did an absolutely wonderful job. And the thing about this kit, it just depends on what artists that you get to paint these things. It just depends on their interpretation of what they want the kit to look like, or maybe something that you want to have the kit to look like. Excuse me. So it just depends on the artist. So the better the artist, the better the results are going to be. I know like David Eric Dopko, which I would showcase some of his photographs, because he got a kit just like this one, the exact same kit, the rubber version of it, and I would showcase some of his pictures of his towards the sometime during this video. Thank you, David, for allowing me to use some of your pics, as well as Michael Cavallaro. He got a kit just like this one. As a matter of fact, it was actually one of mine, because I had two. I had a hard vinyl and I had this one. But I ended up making a deal with Michael Cavallaro, and he got my my hard vinyl one, and he had Steve Serajoli. I believe I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But he actually sent his out to him, and he did a powerful and wonderful restoration job on it. And I know Michael is happy, and I will showcase some of his photographs in the video as well. So thank you both, David, and thank you both, Michael, for allowing me to use your pics for reference here. But yes, let's get down to the dorsal plates. Yeah, so you know what? I mean, I have no problem admitting this. I'm fascinated by Godzilla's dorsal plates. I don't know if anybody else is, but as a fan, sometimes I'm more fascinated by his dorsal plates. I think sometimes his dorsal plates gives him maybe like a unique character, and sometimes his dorsal plates, if you could look at the dorsal plates, it's really distinguishable of what Godzilla's suit or the Godzilla design it is. So I'm really fascinated by the dorsal plates, and I really do like these dorsal plates. These dorsal plates are basically like the same one that was on the previous suit, the King Goji from King Kong vs. Godzilla. Except the King Goji dorsal plates, they look the same shape-wise, but they have more of a jagged type of look to them in certain areas of the dorsal plates. Like this dorsal plate would be more like sharp here or whatever, as well as sharp here. But with this suit, they kind of rounded the dorsal plates out a little bit better, and it looks smoother. It looks less prehistoric, but more of a monster type of feel to it. But yeah, I do really love the dorsal plates here. And this figure or this kit, no matter what light you put into it, it looks perfect from any angle that you position this figure. Like no matter, like this figure is very, very photogenic. I love taking pictures of them. I don't like to drown the Facebook groups that I'm on with pictures of this, but I just can't help it. It's just a really perfect representation of the Godzilla 64. And to go down to his tail here, a very long tail, just like it was in the movie. Very elegant, graceful tail. And as you can see, the artist painted all the dorsal plates from the tip of the tail all the way up to the lower body here, to the upper part of the tail, as well as all the way up of the dorsal plates. So he was able to blend every color of the dorsal plates down to the tail very, very perfectly. And he also, I'm going to try and get this up a little bit, he also colored the underbody too. As you can see, he has a brown highlight texture here on the bottom of the tail, as well as his feet here, as if he was walking on the ground, because Godzilla spent most of the time in Mothra vs. Godzilla in the countryside anyway. So that's why he has these more earth colors. Now this suit was used again in the next film, which came out the same year, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. They had a more of a dirty look. The dorsal plates were more darker, and the face was actually changed a little bit, or at least the face. No, you know what? I take it back. The face wasn't changed. The eyes were changed. As you can see, at the pupils here, you know how they are like curving, like this. The Ghidorah Three-Headed Monster Godzilla suit, 64 suit, had the eyes more rounded, which gave it more, I wouldn't say friendly look, but it gave him a less threatening, less menacing look as it does here, because they were trying to shift Godzilla from villain to hero. And but I really do enjoy that suit too. But out of the two, of course, everybody knows, and I'm gonna say it again, Mothra vs. Godzilla 64 suit is my favorite suit out of the two. And it's my favorite suit in all the Godzilla franchise, with the Godzilla 91 coming up a close second. Now, if I had a gigantic Godzilla 1991, yeah, I got two of them. Or if I had like a rubberized version of Godzilla 1991 or whatever, then maybe it would have the top spot. Don't get me wrong, I still do love those two 91s right there. I do. Hey, Mark Sang Gang, hope you're watching. But yes, this is my Holy Grail right here. Holy Grail right here. As you can see, Mothra right there in the background right here. I put that Mothra, the X Plus 25cm Mothra 64 that came out this year, as well as the two Mothra larvae, and put that with this Godzilla that have the perfect setup, and I will showcase that in a couple seconds when I talk about the movie and the suit in general. I won't go into detail about the movie because I know I talked about it so many different times on so many different videos, so I'll be brief. But I gotta tie in the movie with the suit. I think it's apropos that I do so. But that's pretty much it with the close-up of this wonderful figure. It's just great. It really is great. I love this guy so much. Love this figure so much. It is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. I have no complaints. I have no no complaints, no regrets, no I wish that it could have done this better, whatever. Everything, absolutely everything about this figure, this kit is absolutely perfect. And I never thought I would ever get my hands on one. I mean, the X Plus Godzilla 1964 to 3rd centimeter, as well as 25 centimeter, are very, very good. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to quality, I think David and Michael will agree with me. This is the best. This is the best that this suit has ever looked when it comes to vinyl, rubber, kit, whatever. This is the best. So let me back up here and let's change views and let me finish off this review and let's talk about why I love this suit and this movie so much. Hold on one second. Let's change positions. Yes. As you can see, the perfect setup to my favorite Godzilla film of all time, Mothra vs. Godzilla. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me find this. The Blu-ray. Gotta have the Blu-ray. You know what? I don't want to cut up the egg here, but here's a Blu-ray. But yes, this is just my setup of my favorite Godzilla film of all time. Mind you, this is not how it was in the film. Godzilla was not this big in comparison to Mothra. As a matter of fact, Godzilla was like the size of one of Mothra's wings. Mothra did have the size advantage, exponentially, as a matter of fact. So the scale is kind of off, but hey, I kind of like it better this way. I mean, if Godzilla was this position or this big in the film, it probably would have ended up a little bit differently. Like, for example, like Godzilla can hold the egg right here. Remember how in the film, Godzilla was actually like half the size of the egg, and he was like maybe, I don't know, he wasn't this big, I'll tell you that much. He definitely was not able to hold the egg in his hands right here. But imagine if he was this size in the film. It would have been an alternate ending. The Mothra babies at the end wouldn't have born. They would have died, and Godzilla would have made scrambled eggs out of them or whatever. But I don't want to go into a lot of detail about the film. I know I've said it in a couple of the videos before, but I just love this film. This is the perfect Godzilla film to me, even though he lost, or he was not really the victor towards the end. The captivating and amazing storytelling within this movie is second to none. And I just enjoy this movie so much. And when I first saw this movie, when I was little, they showcased this movie on TBS Superstation, where I'm from, in a small town here in North Carolina. And when I found out this movie that was coming out, I didn't know anything about the movie at all. All I know, it was coming out as Godzilla vs. Mothra, and I was like, "Wow, Godzilla vs. Mothra. Okay, they had a fight or whatever." Now, mind you, up until that point, I saw the original Godzilla '54, Son of Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, whatever. So I wasn't aware this movie was ever in existence. Excuse me. And so when they showcased this movie was coming out on the weekend, because that's when they showed the Godzilla films on the weekend, they only showed the fight scenes, or at least the brief skirmishes scenes, in Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, where Godzilla had a brief encounter with Mothra. Remember at the end when Mothra came to the island after Godzilla defeated Ebra, and Godzilla came on to the island, and he saw Mothra, and he blew his fire, and all that other good stuff? Well, they just showcased those scenes, those brief scenes, to advertise for the movie. So I thought it was going to be just a recreation of that. I thought it was going to be like another Godzilla's Revenge, where they would just showcase old footage from another movie and all that other stuff. So I wasn't really interested in seeing it as it happened. So I had my mom tape it for me. And when I did finally get a chance to sit down and watch it, I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. The suit. I mean, obviously the suit is so menacing and evil and vicious looking and ferocious looking. And it was just awe-inspiring to see this incarnation of Godzilla. And to me, this incarnation of Godzilla is like the closest to the 1954 Godzilla that you could ever get. He was very slow, very methodical. He didn't do all that animated stuff that he did in Godzilla Raids Again and King Kong vs. Godzilla, where he was doing a lot of human-like fighting moves. And he daggone sure didn't do that clap thing that the King Goji did, which separated this Godzilla from the other two entries, which is why I associate this Godzilla with the original Godzilla 54. Very serious, no comedy. It was just a very dark, serious interpretation of what the character was originally about. And I really love the fact in this film how Godzilla was introduced into the story, because it kind of came out of nowhere. Now with the 54 Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong vs. Godzilla is kind of like introduced in some way, shape, or form in the beginning. You may not see him for a while, but he's still introduced to the story, whether it's a physical manifestation of the monster or just in theory. He's introduced in the story, so you know he's going to be around. But with Mothra vs. Godzilla is nowhere to be found until he actually shows up. When he shows up, when he finally rises out of the dirt and starts attacking Japan, which I've seen some people say there's like a week entrance for Godzilla to have. I think it's one of the best. I mean, even though I'm biased for this movie, even if I wasn't biased, it's still one of the best entrances Godzilla has ever done. Him rising out of the dirt, because it came out of nowhere, because you didn't know how Godzilla was going to be introduced to the story. Because at that point, up until that point, the story was dedicated to Mothra and the egg, and how people were reacting to the egg and all the other good stuff. So Godzilla showing up out of nowhere and to attack Japan was really, really captivating. That was really, really awesome storytelling. And the fact that everything they did, everything they threw at him, the plans about the electrocution, them dropping nets on him, the tanks, the bombs, the bombardment from air, sea, everything that they threw at him, he just drove right through it like a giant tank. He just kept on coming and coming and coming. Nothing was stopping him. And it was just one of the best ways to display Godzilla. And I really do enjoy that. I really do. He's just like, everything that happened, everything he did was very slow, very methodical. Don't get me wrong, I like the animated Godzilla, but this Godzilla here is like the perfect Godzilla for me. And the fight scenes were very, very good. It wasn't as simple as Godzilla grabbing Mothra and dragging her to the ground and body slamming her as he would do other monsters like Rodan and other stuff. It was just a cool representation of two contrasting monsters, one aerial and one earthbound monsters. Totally different, vibrant, colorful, dark, serious, and kind of ugly in a way. And it was just a perfect balance, good and evil, light and dark, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful piece of cinema right here in Mothra vs. Godzilla. And I know towards the tail end, I know some folks have a problem with the way he's defeated about the babies here, but I make no bones about it. It's just the numbers game, Godzilla in this film, like I said, he's a slow, methodical beast, like a giant tank. He's not able to jump around as he would do in Godzilla vs. Megalon or Godzilla vs. Smog Monster, where he was able to jump around and be more explosive and be more vibrant and able to move quickly. This Godzilla is not that way. So he's not able to get both Mothras. Now, mind you, let's just say Godzilla was that way, or like he was a Megalon in this film. I bet you he was. I'm sure he would be able to just grab both Mothras and make drumsticks out of them or something like that. But it was not the case, and I really do enjoy it. Even though he lost, he looked strong in defeat, and I really do like that. And I say the same things I always say. If people have a problem with how Godzilla is defeated in this film, look at it, it's the same way that King Ghidorah was defeated in the same film. The numbers advantage just got the best of him. Godzilla's no different. And if King Ghidorah is not looked upon as anything less than what he was because he got defeated in the same way, then Godzilla should not be looked that way either. So, but I can go on and on and on about this kit, this suit, but I don't have all day. I'm sure you don't want me sitting there for 7 hours watching me talk about this. But I couldn't let this weekend go by without talking about it. You've been seeing it for a while on my channel. If you're familiar with my channel, you've been seeing him in the background. Like I said, you've been seeing him in certain videos. But I want to just dedicate just one solid video to him, and he's just awesome. Absolutely perfect in my opinion. That's the thing. Availability. He's kind of hard to find. He may pop up every now and then as far as the kit, whether he's assembled or not assembled or whatever. He's just very, very hard to find. Like X Plus figures are very, very hard to find. This guy is even harder. But if you do find one, do not hesitate to get your hands on one. And if you're not able to put it together or assemble it the way that you want to or customize it, go on the Facebook groups I'm about to mention. The X Plus Collectors Facebook group, the Godzilla Collectors Facebook group, Sci-Fi Labyrinth, Toho Kaiju Union, and the Kaiju Brotherhood. Between those groups, they are filled with great, great artists. I'm sure they can help you out if you ever come across either this kit or any kit that you come across that you may need help customizing to your liking. Like I said, I mentioned David Dopko, Steve Savajoli, two great, awesome cats, world-renowned artists. Burley Vane, Mark St. Yang, also two great artists. Maybe you can contact them on Facebook and either get some advice, or maybe they can help you out customizing any kit that you may find, especially this one. So yeah, that concludes my review of the M-1 Godzilla 1964 kit for my favorite film. How many times have I said that? For my favorite film, excuse me, Mothra vs. Godzilla 1964. If you have any questions or any kind of comments, comment at the comment section down below, or holler at me via Mark Calloway, and we go from there. So thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And matter of fact, I'm going to watch this movie right now. Be talking about it and sitting here watching these wonderful figures makes me want to watch the movie. So I'm going to go do that right now. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see y'all again on the next figure and move review. All right? Y'all take it easy.
Don't wanna treat you wrong. Don't wanna lead you on.
Wait a minute. No. You thought I was done, right? No, I'm not done. I got one more piece of business I got to take care of. Kenton Edenfield, I believe that's your name, one of my subscribers. Hopefully I helped you out with the review of this as you requested. But you want to see my wife's collection, so you know what? Before we actually end this review, let's just go downstairs and see my wife's collection, shall we? Let's go. Okay, Kenton, these, as you requested, are my wife's figures. They're not mine, they're my wife's. So let's run down. She's in the background. She's doing computer work. And, hey, babe.
Hey.
Hey. So let's just run down what she has. Of course, her favorite is, go ahead, babe.
GMK.
The gigantic GMK from S Plus. Go ahead, babe.
Anguirus.
The 30 centimeter Anguirus.
Mothra.
1964, 25 centimeter, as you saw upstairs.
Burning Godzilla.
Burning Godzilla right here. Yes, probably one of the best S Plus has to offer. Of course, my wife loves this guy better, but
that's right.
Right. So, and let's go over here. Of course, what's this green ugly thing here, babe?
Yes, darling.
What's this?
Biolante.
25 centimeter Biolante. Of course, this is a Godzilla 89, but that's mine. So, Diamond reissue Godzilla 1954. Diamond reissue Godzilla GMK 2001. Godzilla 2000, 1999, whatever. Rick Boy. Yeah, the one that lights up. Yeah. Here we go. And Godzilla 1968, 30 centimeter Diamond reissue. 30 centimeter Hedra. And of course, a miniaturized version of the suit you saw upstairs, Godzilla 1964 S Plus Diamond reissue. So these are her figures. I'm not jealous. Why would I be jealous? But the fact that this one lights up,
Hater.
whatever. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like I told last night, what's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers. So
That's right.
So I hope I helped you out, Kenton. These are my wife's figures, and she loves every one of them. But out of all of them, I would have to guess your favorite is what, GMK, right?
Yes.
GMK. Okay. I don't understand. I mean, of all the Godzillas in the world to fall in love with, she chooses the most evil, the most heinous, the most diabolical, the most destructive, the most vicious, the most horrendous, the most, I don't know. I love her though. I love her.
And my top three is the GMK first, then Anguirus, then Burning Godzilla.
So, well, hold on. Anguirus gets second spot
Yes,
over
he does.
Burning Godzilla?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay. All right, well.
They're close.
All
but
right.
the Anguirus, that in particular figure, just edges out. That is a great, great figure right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, all you Diamond reissue fans or S Plus fans, he'll be coming out January of next year. So, get your pre-orders in. You will not be disappointed. So, that's pretty much it with my wife's collection, and let's just go ahead and finish this video off. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see y'all again on next figure and movie review. All right, roll the credits.
Don't wanna treat you wrong, don't wanna lead you on. Here baby hit the while the West Coast rolls along. While we still making gangsta hits,